Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday, September 2nd, 2018. And as promised, I am back today with my 4-day Optavia update. So we're going to see how I did over the course of 4 days. I am so excited. But before we get started, I want to give a disclaimer. First of all, I am not an Optavia coach. I am not an Optavia consultant. I am simply a customer giving you my reviews, my challenges, my successes on this Optavia program. So if you are interested in the Optavia program after watching this, or you've seen a bunch of Optavia program channels in the past and you're interested in the coach, I will leave my coach's information in the description box below and you can contact her at your leisure. But what we're going to do is we're going to get back to this update. Okay, so I started Wednesday on the Optavia program, which was only 4 days ago, and I was gung-ho and so excited that morning I woke up. I had my water, I had my first fueling, which I did eat on camera. I had a taste of it on camera. And yeah, I weighed in. So I showed that weigh in my last video, and it was 236.2 pounds. And I am going to show you right here. Let's see what this week's weigh-in reveals. 230 pounds. 230 pounds. That is a 6.2 pound weight loss. That is amazing. And as you can see, I lost a total of 6.2 pounds in 4 days. Not 5 days, not a week, not 2 weeks, nothing. 4 days, I lost 6.2 pounds. I have lost 2 pounds or 4 pounds in maybe a week, but I've never lost 6.2 pounds in 4 days. So I am absolutely amazed by that. What I also noticed this week on the 4th day, I had no pain in my feet. The pain was absent, and I was walking around without any shoes on. And I have plantar fasciitis, which is really, really bad. I've had it for like 3 years straight now without any reprieve. And the doctor told me, okay, in 2 years, or it can last up to 2 years, and then you will have a break here or there. I haven't had a break, okay? I have been taking Motrin, 1,200 milligrams a day to make it. And that's a lot, okay? But without it, I wouldn't be able to walk. I noticed that I didn't need that, and I didn't have pain. So I was amazed with that, and I'm very thankful to that. And I'm going to continue to monitor how I do on that. Typically, I walk around with Birkenstocks or Allegria shoes on. I had no shoes on yesterday, and I had no pain in my feet. So that is absolutely wonderful. Next, I want to talk about the food. How did I find the food? That's what most people want to talk about. How was it? Not just, were you successful, but how does it taste? Because if something is not tasty, we're less likely, or if something's not tasty and easy to follow, we're less likely to maintain it and be successful. So I'm going to go through right now some of the foods that I tried this week and how I felt about them. The first thing that you saw me try in the first video was what is it called? It is called the rustic tomato herb penne. Okay, and that one was okay. As I mentioned in the first video, it wasn't homemade. It tasted saucy. It tasted meaty. You felt the noodles. You tasted the noodles. But it didn't have, and it tasted the garlic. You tasted the garlic. You tasted tomatoes. It just had something that wasn't homemade. It didn't have that mozzarella cheese. It didn't have that cheesy taste. It was missing a few things. However, my coach told me there are some things that I can add to this to make it taste better for me, and I'm going to try that again. The one good thing about Optavia is if there's something you try that you don't like, you can exchange it for something else. So you don't have to suffer through this whole box of 7 days. So I'm going to try it again. If I don't like it, then I'm just simply going to exchange it for something that I do like, or just simply try something new. Something that I found amazing, guys, and as you know, I told you in the first video, I didn't like chocolate. Chocolate is not something that is for me. A lot of people I know love chocolate, not me. But their creamy chocolate shake tastes like a McDonald's shake. It tastes like you took ice cream and blended it into a shake. And it is delicious. It is absolutely delicious. I will absolutely buy that again. And that is coming from a person that doesn't like chocolate. Also, their drizzled chocolate fudge crisp bar. This was also very good. To say that it's chocolate, this was delicious. And it was filling and it was satisfying. I liked it. I really, really liked that. I would purchase that again. Once again, that's coming from a person that doesn't like chocolate. Their raisin oat cinnamon crisp. I love this. I absolutely love oatmeal raisin cookies. I don't like oatmeal, but I love oatmeal raisin cookies. This tasted like an oatmeal raisin cookie. Exactly like an oatmeal raisin cookie. And I will definitely buy this and in multiple boxes the next time. The Caramel Delight Crisp is another bar that I tried. I didn't really care for this. It's not bad, but it's not something that I would purchase. And I think I will be exchanging this for a different item. The Silky Peanut Butter and Chocolate Chip Bar. I watched a lot of reviews on YouTube. A lot of people liked this particular bar. Personally, not that I did not like it. It just wasn't one of my favorites. It was something that I could tolerate. That was it. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was tolerable. So I will see what I'm going to do with that. I only had one out of the box so far, but I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it. The next one is the Chocolate Mint Cookie Crisp Bar. A lot of people love this, and they compared this to a Girl Scout Thin Mint Cookie. And I will absolutely agree with them. It does taste like a Girl Scout Thin Mint Cookie. Will I be keeping this particular item? No. For me, I don't particularly care for chocolate and mint. So this product wouldn't have been for me despite whatever product it was. It doesn't matter if you got some Breyers mint chocolate chip ice cream. I still wouldn't have liked it because I don't care for chocolate and mint. So it just wasn't for me, and I am sending that item back. Something that I loved was this Creamy Double Peanut Butter Crisp. This bar is amazing, okay? Let me tell you a funny story. I was driving down the road in my company's vehicle, and it was time for a fueling. So I took out my Creamy Double Peanut Butter Crisp bar, and I ate it, and it was so good that I found myself driving down the road literally licking the package, the empty package. And I am not ashamed to tell you that. That is exactly how good this was. So this is another item that I will definitely buy multiple packages of. And Optavia did send me 2 boxes of this. So I am very grateful to that. The next one is the a home-style chicken flavored and vegetable noodle soup. I found this to be okay. I think it was a bit thick for my liking. So for me, I'm just going to simply add some more water and see if that makes a difference. The flavor is pretty good. I didn't have a problem with it. It was just a bit too thick for me. I like my soups a little bit thinner, more of a clear broth instead of a creamy broth. The next one is the Wild Strawberry Shake. This and the chocolate both taste like a McDonald's shake. That is just how good they are. I will absolutely buy this again. I did get 2 boxes of this, so I am very pleased with that particular purchase. The last item that I tried this week was the Zesty Cheddar and Italian Herb Crunchers. This is, the only thing I can compare this to is a cheese doodle. Not the crunchy ones, but the puffy ones. It is very good. Each one tastes like a slice of pizza to me, and there are a ton of these in this package. This is how much, this is all air up here, but this is the package, and all of this are tons and tons and tons of these little crunchers in there. So much so, I kept eating. I couldn't believe that there was still more left in the bag. It was just a lot. So I could see myself eating that at a movie theater, or I see myself eating that while watching a movie with my family. It was actually very, very good, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, so how did I fare in transition to a regular diet to the Optavia plan? The first 2 days, I'm going to tell you, were absolutely challenging. They were, because typically I would eat a meal and I would be satisfied for a great number of hours and I would be okay. I was not satisfied on the Optavia diet after I had that first, what was it, what was that first item I had? I ate it on camera during my first video. Okay, the rustic tomato herb. I wasn't okay, I ate it, and within an hour I was hungry. I needed something to eat. So I did drink another bottle of water, which did help me get through, and it did take away the hunger. So maybe that was just thirst. But then within a half hour after that, I was hungry again. You know, I noticed that I was hungry much more throughout the first 2 days. Not only was I hungry, my energy level had decreased. I felt lethargic. I felt slightly irritable, but I kept going. Okay. Also, what I noticed is with the taste of the food when I first started, and this is just the first 2 days, some items had tasted like very diety or vitamin-y. And that's because they do fortify their foods with vitamins and probiotics. And that's just with a very few of their items. Some of these items you will taste absolutely none of that. Most of them, it was just very few of them that I had that vitamin-y taste or diety taste. So that was something to get used to. My palate, I think, adapted very quickly. It only took me 2 days to get over that feeling of being hungry and lethargic. Come the third day, or came the third day, I think it was come the third day, I ate my meal, my first fueling in the morning, and I had my bottle of water, and I wasn't hungry for 3 hours. I noticed I had a lot more energy. I didn't even think about food, whereas the first day on Optavia, I was thinking about the next fuel when it within an hour and a half, 2 hours. I was sitting there literally watching that clock, waiting for that 3 hours or 2 hours to go by. I do mine every 3 hours. I was waiting for that 3 hours to go by so I could have that next fueling. Today, once again, this is going into day 5. Today is day 5. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. I had my first fueling, great. And I'm not even thinking about my second fueling yet. I'm just not hungry and I have tons of energy. So it works. Okay, as they promised once again, as my coach promised once again, and she has never ever let me down. And I'm so thankful to have such an amazing coach who will reach out to me whenever. She reaches out to me more than I don't think I've ever reached out to her, but she'll call me on the weekends. She'll call me during the week. She'll text me, how you doing? How you this? Constantly. And that is absolutely awesome. But yes, so Cindy, if you are watching this, I am doing quite well. I have tons of energy. I have adapted to the food. It is going wonderfully, and I feel great. I really do. What I want to talk about are some of the successes that I had on the Optavia meal plan this week. And that came in 3 different areas. One, as I mentioned earlier, was my weight loss. I lost 6.2 pounds in 4 days. Number 2 was a decrease in pain with my plantar fasciitis. I was able to walk down my stairs in my house and not have any pain. And the third thing, which I find absolutely amazing, is the money that I saved. The fact that I had my 5 fuelings with me and I had my cooler of water. I didn't have to buy any food out in the street. I didn't have to spend that $27 a day. And I used a calculator to look at it. I would have spent $108 in 4 days eating out at restaurants. I don't know if many of you have eaten out lately, but you can't buy, a whole meal for $5 anymore unless you get a kid's meal. You can't buy meals for $5. They're like $7, $9, $10 for a meal. You might spend $7 for breakfast, but you're spending $10 on lunch and dinner. That's $27. $108 I would have spent in 4 days. So this week I only had $5 in my wallet, and I purposefully only put $5 in my wallet. I purposefully left my credit cards at home. I purposefully left the debit card at home. I didn't need it. And as a result, I spent nothing. And I wasn't tempted to get anything. I wasn't tempted to go to McDonald's to eat anything. I wasn't tempted by some of the stressors that hit me this week. I didn't think, I've got to, I got to have that instant gratification at McDonald's to feel better due to the stress that I'm experiencing over here, because I had my fuelings, I had my food with me, and by the third day, I was satiated by them. so it didn't even bother me. I wasn't stressed. I noticed that I have more energy now. I noticed that I'm more regular when I go to the bathroom. I know that's a lot of TMI, but for us nurses, it is not. Anyway, I was more regular. I felt better. I have more energy. I even sleep better, and I sleep longer and more soundly. And I am happy about that. So those are the successes that I experienced on the Optavia program. So with that being said, the next segment I'm going to move into is what I look like. Because you always see Felicia sitting down in front of the camera and you don't really see my whole body. So I'm going to stand up for you right now and I'm going to talk about what I look like, and I'm also going to talk about the jeans that I'm wearing. Now with the light in here you might not be able to see everything, but I'm going to do my best. So this is what I'm working with. This is me. This is me tightened. This is all of me. This is me from the side. Okay, this is me from the side. These are my fat arms. And this is what I look like from the back and the opposite side. Okay, that is all of me. Also, the jeans that I'm wearing, I wish that you could see this. These are a size 14 jeans. While I can get them on, they are a bit tight. And it is my wish that I not only drop from this size 14, but I drop eventually to a 12 and ultimately to a 10, which I do have all of those ranges in my closet. Yes. So I'm very thankful for the Optavia program, and I'm thankful for my coach, and I'm also thankful to every last one of you who watched this video for your motivation and your support. It does mean a lot, and for the accountability. It's very, very helpful. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have an amazing Labor Day, and I look forward to talking with you next Sunday. Until next week, guys, you have a blessed day and you stay safe. Bye.